Hey guys, this is CursedSamuroid again. Welcome to my channel. Hope you guys are having a great day. Today, I'm going to build a video on one of the queries that I received from one of my colleague from a different alliance, but we kind of get along pretty well. So in this video, I'm going to talk about parts production, what exactly is part production, how it helps, what exactly it's being used for, and all, and then where you can, go ahead and do the thing, right? Like parts production and all. Well, so that's my base. Uh, if you see here, let me click on this. So this is a part factory, right? That's where you can go ahead and do things, right? So let's start with details first. What it means is, you can create a part for your APC that you have, right? Now, currently my part factory is at level 3. And I'll let you know what exactly it means upgrading it to a different another level or a next level, right? Current speed of my power production is 6%, effects is 0, and power consumption is just 55, so you can leave it connected all the time. Oh, by the way, this power consumption is per hour. Going back, and then next I have add to queue. That's because 4 of my construction vehicle are under use. That's why it says that. That's what it looks like. You need energy core, and with every level you need more and more energy core. Right. So I'm gonna click. I'm actually gonna put this for an upgrade too. Use my cash. Use my fuel. Go back and add to queue. It's gonna take 5 hours and 58 minutes. That's close to 6 hours is what it's going to take to bring it to level 3. I'm sorry, level 4. That means the higher it goes, the longer it takes. Now, coming back to my parts production part, I have craft, material, and depot. Let's look at craft first. So when I go to craft, I have these all vehicles that I can do. Now, currently I'm accessible. I only have access to Trailblazer, and if you can see here, it says uh, what it does is it enhances your gathering, right? So if you are sending your APCs out for, let's say, gathering, right? Um, uh, Iron or diamonds, or sorry, not diamonds, iron or any other minerals or any other resources like grain, iron, lumber, and what was the fourth? Fuel. Yeah, that's the fourth one. So if you do that, if you craft all the part, they are going to be enhanced. Phantom is more of your vehicles, right? Enhances your vehicle. A Ranger enhances your shooter. Dreadnought enhances your fighter. Um, Imperator enhances your rally if you're going to rally together, and this is what it does. And then Arrowhead enhances your shooter rally, and the last one is Zombie Killer, which is not open yet, and that's going to be open probably later. Now, I'm not going to go to Trailblazer first. I'm going to go to Phantom first to show you what it looks like when it's unlocked, right? So here you have the option of check. Now, let's take a look at this. When you have 4 pieces of Phantom created, you will have 20% plus of vehicle resistance. When you have all 6 pieces, you'll have plus 10% of vehicle damage. And when you unlock active skill, which is crush, the damage ratio is going to be plus 60%. That's basically just the way you research your troops and enhance them. This is another way of enhancing your APC, right? Like, for example, your suspension frame. If you do that, it's 30%, right? Troop load plus 30% vehicle might plus 30% vehicle resistance. The next one gives you marching speed, right? The speed of your APC reduces, or becomes faster when you are traveling. The armor give you resistance. So if you are attacking someone and you are getting attacked back in terms of defense, you will have 25% resistance. Vehicle resistance will be 30%, and combat speed will be plus 30, right? And then you've got weapon, you've got engine. So this is, I'll leave it for you to check, right? Likewise, you've got Ranger. You can check what exactly it does. Now, I'm currently I have Trial Browser. Blazer, and here it says if I have 4 pieces, I'll have 60% of gathering speed. If I have 6 pieces, then I can gather extra resources by 30%. And the things that I have is engine, central. So when I click on one of this option as craft, what it needs is it needs an alloy plate, right? But you also need a lot of things. Here I have alloy plate. Here I have alloy plate. Here I have nanomaterial, and I have rubber over here, right? And if you see here, um, if I create a part which is, this color, right, a gray color, gray part, then I'll have 27.3%, right? That is, if you see at the bottom, food gather payload will be 2%, hero XP every hour gathering will be plus 50, and speed will be 1. But if I go to green part, then I will have 2% plus 100. And if I move to blue, I'll have plus 200 EXP. If I craft a purple part, I'll have 15, 510. If I craft an orange part, I'll have this much. And if I craft a golden part, I'll have this much. But coming to that, crafting a golden part is very difficult. Crafting a gray part is very easy. We are going to talk about how we craft them, right? So now that you know what each vehicle is, what it does, and how to craft the part, um, it's going to be simpler for you. But coming back, let's go to the basic part. Here I have, sorry, I clicked on, materials. So let me first click on material. Now you saw we had to create a lot of part, right? Gray part, nano plates, chip, sensor chip, rubber, alloy, and all that stuff, right? So how do you craft them? It's very simple. You can select the part and just hover it over all 3 boxes, and it would put them in the production, right? Now, once you have these parts, like many of these parts, right? I'm gonna click here and show you. Now, here you see I am currently on Trailblazer because that's the only one that's unlocked for me. And here I can create parts. Now let's take a look at this. I've got 1 orange sensor, 1 purple alloy plate, 3 purple sensor, 1 purple nano sheet, 2 blue rubber, right? So currently I am focusing on creating sensor, right? So what I'm doing is when I create so many sensor, I can click here and I can click on combine, right? And when I combine this 110, let's see what happens. Now here I have green 29. Now take a look. When I click on combine all, my green reduced it to 1, and I have blue 9 sensors. I'm going to click on combine all, and now I have 5 purple sensors. And when I combine it all, I will have, I will have 2 sensors. And when I finally, when I have 4 of these orange sensors, I will be able to craft a golden part, right? Now, when I have 1 part of this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on next material, and I'll tell you how it's going to help. Let's go back a little, and let's go to craft. And when I go to here, and when I click on craft, I am going to select, let's see, what it needs here is these parts, right? So I'm going to go back. Let's see what it needs. Nope, I need to check a part which requires a sensor here. So I have a sensor here, I have an orange sensor. Now imagine once I start creating parts and start combining them till I reach a point where I have 1 golden sensor, 1 golden nano sheet, 1 golden rubber, and 1 golden alloy plate, right? When I have all of these 1 each golden, and that's here, then when I craft the part, that part would be available. And that part, when I use with my APC, here below I have my APC will have plus 2000 EXP, every hour when my hero gathers. So it's a long process, right? You'll first have to see what part you want to create, right? So let's say you want to create engine, right? Then you need alloy plate, two, one rubber, and one um, nanomaterial, right? So the calculation goes like this. Let's take a look again. Two alloy plate, one nanomaterial, one rubber, right? And we are trying to create a golden part, okay? So when I was talking about the number of parts you need to craft each level of part. Now to create a gray part, you only need 4 gray sensors, right? And here I'm just taking an example of sensor, but if you want to create a green part or green sensor part, you need 16 gray sensors. If you want to create a blue sensor, then you need 64 gray sensor. If you want to create a purple part, then you need 256 gray sensor. If you want to create an orange part, you need 1024 gray sensor. And if you want to create gold part, then you need 4096 gray sensor. Now, I hope this helps you understand that this is a very long process. It takes a lot of time to craft a golden part. For me to craft a golden part, it took me about 3 days on a B22, where my part factory level is at 15, and I have a big lineup where I can schedule more parts. And of course, there are a few more things you need to understand, right? Here, there are multiple ways of creating a lineup. Now, let's see if I go to material here. I have option of, crafting space unlocked. So I've got 1, 2, 3, right? And here I have either I can research the technology, which I'm going to click on now, and it takes me to parts production, which is, let me, go to the research center first to show you where exactly it is. Right, so here I'm in research center. I'm going to go inside research center and scroll down to the bottom right hand side corner. I've got part production on this base at 2%, right? Where I have assembly line expansion, and then I've got assembly line expansion here, and then I've got assembly line expansion here. And if you scroll down, it's a huge list. If you keep upgrading, your parts production is going to be better and better, better. So it's a time-consuming process, of course, but the benefits, of course, are real sweet, right? If you're a spender, my suggestion, spend it on this part and then improve your troops. It's better that way, right? And now coming back to part production here. So I'm going to go to depot. The depot part is basically where it stores, all the parts that I have. I'm going to click on material shop here. And here I have this fragments where I can buy the material. So I currently have Trailblazer. So I'm going to click on Trailblazer chest. And here I can get one piece of blue material for Trailblazer. So I'm going to click on OK, buy this off, and let's see what I get, right? So I've got 6 blue sensors, 10 nanomaterial, 11 alloy plate, and 5 rubber, right? And now I'm going to combine them. Here I will combine them all and combine all, and then makes alloy plate. I'm going to combine all. I've got 1 orange alloy plate. I've got rubber here. I'm going to combine them all, and let's see what I've got. I've got 1 purple rubber plate. I've got 11 nano sheet here, which I'm going to combine all. And I've got 1 purple nano sheet. And unfortunately, I don't have much more of nano sheets. Otherwise, I could have created 1 more and then created an orange here. And then I've got sensor, which I'm going to combine all. And I've got 2 purple sensors, right? So like I showed in the table, the part that you're creating is a white part. These are all white part when you're crafting. For a gray part, you need 4 white part. And then therefore onwards, for everything, you need, that number of white parts. Sorry, I mentioned gray part, but that was wrong on my side. It's white part that you need, right? And once, of course, you have all that ready, you can just go to craft here, select the part, see where which you want to create it, and I've got a purple, an orange. So when I have two orange parts here, I'm going to create this one, right? And that time I would have these and features available. Now, enough about crafting the part because we've already discussed that, right? Let's go and talk about how do I use this part. So it's pretty simple. You have this APC here where you can go to each APC. So I'm going to click on the truck symbol here. When I click on truck symbol, that's where it shows what part I have. So if you see here, I have WZ6 type engine, but it's a gray engine, wherein I have fuel saving chip, it's a blue chip, and I have suspension, and it's blue suspension. The tires are blue, rest everything is gray, right? And then this feature here, if you click on this, um, oh sorry, my troops are marching here. But basically, these parts are assigned, so you can unequip and you can remove suite, right? And then this would remove that part from your parts and put it back in the field for anything else you would like to select on. Now, talking about APC, so if you do that, each part will create it. So my recommendation, keep upgrading this parts factory so that you have multiple vehicles unlocked, right? And try to see if you can create a gold part for each one of these, right? Whatever is needed here, right? How does it help? Because you can use this parts real time every time you're going, like for example, if you're attacking somebody, right? Then you can, if you're using a distance kill, which is, let's say shooters, right? Then you can use all the rangers part in your APC, put all the rangers there, and of course, I'm sorry, shooter there, and put the heroes that goes with the shooter. That will increase your might, and of course, this combination is going to be very deadly, right? And it's going to be one shot, one kill, which is pretty good for you, right? So that's one way of making parts and ensuring their APC are enhanced. Now, if I have to sum it up in a very short and sweet statement, all these parts enhances your APC. That's all it does, right? Now, how you use it is totally up to you. You want to use it for gathering, then you need to use Trailblazer. If you want to use it for fighting, then you need to use one of these, whichever goes best with the troops and the heroes you are using. If you don't know what troops to use with which hero, I have a separate video already created. Go ahead and take a look at it so you can understand, mix and match everything, see which one works for you best, and create havoc. And then this definitely helps you in SVS too, right? So I hope this video was helpful. It helped you understand what these parts are for, how it helps you and your APCs to increase whatever you are trying to do. And then if you do think that this video was really helpful, please like the video, put your comments about what you liked, what more you expect to see in the video. Um, Subscribe to the channel if you've not. I really need subscribers. That motivates me and inspires me to create more videos. And of course, do share it with your people in your alliance so they can benefit from it too. I hope you would enjoy the video. And CursedSamuroid signing off.